we all have a limited capacity for decision making and self-control. And I think I think most people can relate to this. You've had a tough day at work, but you've managed to hold it together. You haven't done anything stupid, and you drive out of the parking lot and you think to yourself, "Whew, like I made it. I didn't get fired. I didn't, stick my foot in my mouth too bad." And you drive home, and then you get there, and the slightest thing goes wrong with your significant other, your kids, or your pets, or whatever. So the tiniest thing goes wrong, and you have this just like just nuclear response to what should have been no big deal. And I think most of us can relate to that. And the trick with this is that it just happens, right? We get overwhelmed, too many things come flying at us at once, and the next thing you know, we're just out of control because we've exceeded our capacity for self-control and decision-making. So there's good news, bad news with that. The good news is we can get more, right? But the bad news is that's really hard work. Because my theory anyway, is that that's a relatively limited capacity in each one of us, and certainly that varies. But I think this is where it varies most. That the folks that seem to have a tremendous amount of decision making and self-control, really what's happened in that process is that they have put most of the decisions in their life on autopilot through good habits, and making decisions once about what they want for that arena or area or thing, and then doing the hard work up front to build the habits where then those things go on autopilot. And after that, once they're really a habit, the amount of control that it takes to maintain that is very little. But getting it to that point, man, that's a lot of work. But if we're overwhelmed in our lives and we think like, what is it? Like, what can where do I start? An easy way to do that is to pick an area that has been causing that's been taking up a tremendous amount of that psychological and emotional bandwidth, and deciding what order looks like there and doing the work to define that order and to create the habits that will help us keep it there. And once we've built those habits, what we'll find is the psychological and emotional energy, that decision-making and self-control that had been used up by that thing, are now free to work on other areas of our lives. Till next time, make it a great day.